Okay, welcome to City Hall tonight, City of Pasadena City Council meeting, November 20th, 2018, 6 p.m. Meeting will be called to order. Bill Pittman, you'll be doing the invocation, and Thomas Schoenbein, you'll be leading us in the pledge. Please stand.
Bow your heads, please. Our Father in heaven, creator of the universe, we thank you for bringing us here tonight, Lord. We thank you for the many blessings that you've given each of us, dear Lord. We ask you to help tune our minds and our hearts, dear God, to the Pasadena, that we can create a kindred spirit among all of us, dear God, that we can do what's right for the city of Pasadena. Lord, at this time, we'd also like you to watch over the people in California, protect the firemen and all those out there fighting the forest fires, Lord. Bless them. Bless our country, Lord, and bless our city. Thank you for letting us live in a wonderful, free nation. In Jesus' name, we all said, amen.
Amen.
If you'd please join me in saying the pledge to the greatest nation on the face of the earth. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, if you'd please join me in saying the pledge to the state of Texas, the greatest state in the United States. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one, indivisible.
Go ahead, Thomas.
I'd like to say good evening to everyone tonight. I'd like to welcome our visitors from Taylor Lake Village this evening. Also, too, I'd like to recognize Mayor John Keeney from Taylor Lake Village. Thank you for being here. We also have some former council members in our audience this evening, and would like to say thank you for coming out tonight. And I'm going to be short. This is the time of year that we celebrate Thanksgiving. And I would like to wish from myself and my family to all of our citizens here in Pasadena, all of our city workers, fellow council members, mayor, the very warmest and the very best of this holiday season to all of y'all. And let's remember that Christ is the reason for the season. And I hope you have a very blessed weekend with your family. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Villarreal.
Thank you all for being here, and just like wanted to reiterate what Thomas Schoenbein said is happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and with that I pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Lehman.
Thank everybody for coming out tonight, and as was said, I hope everybody has a very happy Thanksgiving. We just had our food drive again here about a week ago, another successful food drive, and De Zavala Middle School, of all the schools in Pasadena that participated in the food drive, De Zavala Middle School collected over 4,500 pounds of food for the food drive this year, and I think that's an amazing feat for the students at that school. And I want to thank Barbara Sitzman and all the volunteers, Clean Streets Neighborhood Network. Everybody did a great job in helping out and supporting the food drive. And I want to mention Shanna Lopez from Waste Management. One of the people business owner in my district had some issues with waste management, and Ms. Lopez took it upon herself and personally went out and met with the gentleman and got his situation resolved, and I want to thank her publicly for doing that. And one other thing, we just had an election, and we have another one coming up. A lot of people don't realize it, but State Senate District 6, Sylvia Garcia was elected to Congress and going to Washington. So on December the 11th, we will be electing a new state senator in State Senate District 6. So everybody keep that in mind, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about it in the near future. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Harrison.
Harrison.
I said Mr. Harrison.
Oh, I want to say thank you for having a Thanksgiving to everybody. Thanks for having the greatest nation, Christian nation in the world, we should all give thanks for what we have. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and spend it with your family and friends, and thank what you have, that you're blessed, and I'm blessed, and the people of this country are really blessed to live in this country. But I talked to a friend of mine. I'm just going to touch base on it and get more details. Taylor Lake Village. They want to put a drug rehab center within walking distance of certain subdivisions. And I was a council member off Preston Street, and they put the same drug, homeless. And I'm not against all that, but I don't think it should disrupt the residents of that community, because it did mine. There was crime rate went up. They were walking through the subdivision, and I had more complaints for several years of that one establishment. And I feel like they need to not put it there next to the residents. They need to live peace and safely in your home without outside influence. So good luck to you, and I'm watching, and I'll probably support you on it. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
You bet, sir. Councilman Casados?
Thank you. Well, good evening. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. There's a nice crowd out there. Appreciate y'all taking part in city government. I, too, want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I know it's time for family, and thanks to all of our blessings and everything that we receive as individuals and families, and just being able to spend time with one another. I know people have people coming in from out of town, and it's always a good feeling to see family members and things you hadn't seen in a while. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I do want to bring up the fact that the Deepwater Neighborhood Association had a barbecue fundraiser the other day. It was pretty successful. They had a good time, but I ended up speaking with a veteran the other day. He went out there to buy a plate of barbecue, and I was out there and said, "Hello, how you doing? I'm Council Member Sammy Casados," and he's looked at me and he goes, "I'm mad at y'all on the council." And I said, "Whoa, hold on, I just wanted to give you a plate of barbecue." But he had a really big concern, and his concern was, I guess about a year ago or so, we wanted to put a transit system in the city of Pasadena. And we allocated $450-something thousand, $65,000 to put the transit system in. Had all the maps done and all that good stuff, and then it fell through. And he was so upset about that. He says, "It takes me 2 hours to get from Pasadena to go see the VA, go get medical help." And I think that's something that as a city we should really look into. You know, I mean, these are our veterans, people that fought for us, went out there to give us to give us our freedoms that we have right now, for us to be able to celebrate Thanksgiving peacefully. And, you know, if it wouldn't have been for, I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know why it fell through. I know last thing I heard, the chief of staff was a lobbyist for a taxi company. And I think it's just terrible that something like that keeps transit authority, buses from coming to this city to help out individuals, especially our veterans and disabled people. So, Mayor, we need to look into that. We need to bring that back to the table. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Wheeler?
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And over this holiday season, make sure you be careful if you're going out of town. You know, if you're tired, rest, whatever the case is. And also remember our veterans. I know we have some veterans here on council. I was a veteran. Not everyone's fortunate enough to be home during the holidays. And I know one thing that I always appreciated, sometimes families would adopt an active duty military person. So get involved. I know I'm getting involved. Or if you know anyone that needs help, needs food, contact myself or anyone on this council, to include the mayor. I know we'd reach out to help, do whatever we can. Not everyone's as fortunate. So remember the reason for the season and give back a little bit. With that, I'll pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Caton?
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and being part of city government tonight. I'd like to welcome Taylor Lake Village. Drive safe and have a happy Thanksgiving. Without a pass.
Thank you, sir. Councilman Bass?
Good evening. Thank y'all for coming tonight. Really like to see a big crowd out here participating in the city government. As the councilman stated, have a safe, happy Thanksgiving. We've got a Toys for Tots drive that's coming up. Keep that in mind. We also have some seniors that we are adopting over there off of Burke. You can basically adopt a senior and make their Christmas much, much better. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, sir. Okay, citizens wishing to address council, we'll start with Mayor John Kenny.
Thank you very much. I came here for a couple reasons.
Mayor, you just start right over by the microphone. We can all hear you.
I'm used to following.
Thank you, Mayor.
Actually, most of my city is here. Thank you so much. The first thing I would really like to do is recognize your fire department and the phenomenal job they do. I recognize we have a contract with you, but it's more than that. Your people did a great job, and your chief tells me tonight that they have adopted the family whose house was severely damaged and are going to provide Thanksgiving dinner. That's what you call a real sister city, and I really thank you for that on behalf of Taylor Lake Village. And the second thing is, how many folks are here from Taylor Lake Village? Just put your hands up. All right. That gives you some sense of the concern in my city about the possibility of a drug rehab center going in literally across the street from City Hall and effectively a block from the grammar school that we have there, which is also in the city of Pasadena, and it's CCISD. So are we all intertwined together? Quite simply, I've had one person in support, and everyone else is very concerned and very much against that facility. Even though nothing has formally been filed, you have no records of anything here in Pasadena. I know that the Clear Creek Independent School District has been contacted, and their Superintendent Smith is writing a letter to the CEO requesting they not install that facility. And CCISD, like your Pasadena Independent School District, is very concerned about risk, and anything that increases the risk around the school in any shape, form, or fashion is a concern. So with that, I also want to recognize Thomas Scheinbein, who has done a phenomenal job representing District H that adjoins Taylor Lake Village. And again, he's not only a partner, and I consider all of you really as a sister city. So thank you, Thomas, very much. He came to our city council.
Thank you, Mayor.
So that's it.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, next to speak is Chris. I'm gonna try this last name. I'm going to try this last name. Yes, Chris W.
I'll give you an official pronunciation here in a second.
Please do, Chris.
Great. Well, thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Councilman, for having us here and your Taylor Lake Village, all of my friends and neighbors here. We really wanted to spend some time, 2 minutes, I think is the limit, to really just kind of bring to light some of the reasons why we do oppose this drug rehab center. It's based in Pasadena, and I'm the president of an HOA that backs up directly to this property. We have about 800 homes in there, and we have an elementary school, which is going to be 495 feet from this location. So safety is a big concern. This is within the walking path of our students, so many students will be crossing this in the morning and the afternoon. And so a lot of the residents and a lot of my colleagues in the nearby area just really want to express to the city, ask you to rally around this opposition to make sure that our kids stay safe. A second thing that really concerns us is the impact on our land values and our property values. We did get our hands on a report that the land values can decrease by anywhere from 8 to 17% based on the location of these types of facilities, and I can share that with you as well. But we just wanted to let you know that this is a big concern for us and our 800 homes. I've been in contact with other presidents and other HOAs in the nearby affected area, and they all pretty much feel the same way. This area of Pasadena is surrounded by Taylor Lake Village. Across the street is another park with a number of playgrounds and a fishing pond. We just really wanted everyone on City Council to know kind of where this proposed location is. So my call to action, or my ask of City Council, as this business progresses forward, or if it does, to just keep us in mind, your neighbors in Taylor Lake Village. Okay, and the pronunciation is Watoich. Or if my grandma would say Wojtovich.
Wojtovich. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you very
Chris.
much.
We appreciate that. Dr. Ron Muma.
Gentlemen of the council, citizens, thank you for having me and allowing me to speak. I'm a subject matter expert pretty much on this topic. I have been medical director of the largest alcohol and drug rehab for the Air Force. I've been the chief psychiatrist for the state of Ohio for the Department of Corrections. I've converted community mental health centers to freestanding psychiatric emergency services. So I have a good background in this, and I can tell you the literature on this is rather flawed. When you look and you find literature that says that there is a decrease in crime because of rehab centers, if you actually read that literature, shouldn't be published. It's that bad. There is good literature that you can see, like was quoted, the decrease in prices. When you go through that, it's actually backed up with good information. So I would just really ask you to consider the impact of this, not without the bias of really bad information, which there's a plethora of that. And if you would like, I would offer to talk with you independently from this. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Ms. Ward.
My name is Patrice Ward, and I live at Willow Oaks Circle Townhomes. And I'd like to say it's Thanksgiving this week, and I hope that everyone here and those watching the City Council meeting broadcast are able to join with family and friends and give thanks for their experiences for this past year. The residents of Willow Oaks Townhomes are especially grateful to our Councilman Don Harrison for the work he did to resolve a severe crisis we encountered recently with an aging and malfunctioning city sewer line. There are 71 homes at Willow Oaks Townhomes. Several residents, those wearing the yellow roses over there, have joined me here today to say thank you both to Councilman Don Harrison and also to the city of Pasadena for the renovation work that was started yesterday, November 19th. Councilman Harrison, I've lived in Pasadena almost as long as you have, and we at Willow Oaks Townhomes are grateful to have you as our neighbor and as our representative with the city of Pasadena. And thank you very much to everyone in the city of Pasadena for the help you've given to us.
Thank you, Ms. Ward.
Mayor, may I say something?
I'm allowed this. Go ahead, sir.
It's going to be positive.
I'll allow it. Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, I might say, Mrs. Ward and your neighborhoods, congratulations on finally getting it done. I appreciate you give recognition. You don't know how it makes my heart pop. But y'all needed it for so long period of time. But I want to thank the mayor and his staff and Robin Green and Mark Gardemeyer. As soon as I got on it, they got on it. And I'm so happy that we're having a nice Thanksgiving, that you saw the work started. It's so kind of y'all to come here and appreciate the council member. Generally, we don't get that kind of response. But thank you all in Willow Oaks. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you, Councilman. Ben Menke.
Madam Secretary and honorable members of the council, my name is Benjamin Menke, and I reside at 2345 Bering Drive in the city of Houston. The purpose of my presentation today is to propose an opportunity for the city of Pasadena to secure a future electricity agreement to follow what is currently in place. I'm part of a full-service energy consulting firm here in Texas. All of our services are free of charge. We simply request your historical usage from CenterPoint and negotiate with every retail electric provider that is available. By leveraging the expertise of our firm and having electric companies compete for your business, we are able to secure the best rates and terms available, as we have for the cities of Alvin, Pottsboro, and East Bernard. All I need to present real options at the next council meeting would be a few minutes with the person managing electricity agreements for the city of Pasadena. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Kate, Harvard. They don't want to sit down. Kate, Harvard. Sorry. Okay, we'll go down to Russell, Lindsay.
Thank you, Council. I'm also here with the folks from Taylor Lake Village, and my interest in the facility is it is a neighboring property to the property that I own. About 3 years ago, we purchased the retail shopping center there, which is a property built, I want to say, early 1970. It was a very dated property and in need of much repair, which we have done, and we have brought in a really good mix of community-based tenants. We have a real estate office. We've just leased to an eye doctor, optometrist. We also have a children's dance studio, and we also have a furniture, a gentleman from Pasadena who makes furniture on site. And so I point that out to tell you, I've been very selective in the mix of tenants that we've put in the property. You would be surprised the number of times that I was contacted by a smoke shop. We've been contacted by tattoo businesses. We've also had massage parlors that have wanted to be in our property. And each time I looked at it from the point of view of what the residents of the community would want. And so from an economic standpoint, I have passed on those opportunities for the betterment of the long term of the community. So obvious. So obviously when it was brought to my attention that a drug rehab facility would be or potentially locating next door to me, I was concerned, rightfully so. And unfortunately, I have already suffered an economic impact because I was in the middle of a lease negotiation discussion with a potential tenant, and unbeknownst to me, they became aware of it through a website and subsequently backed out because of the uncertainty of knowing what would be in the shopping center or adjacent to the shopping center. So I tell you that just to tell you, there are unintended consequences that come with, granting a business the ability to operate. And the other thing, one of the most important things I would like for you to consider is, the unintended consequence that you allow has a much larger impact on citizens of another community, okay? And so with that, I'd like to, I don't consider myself an expert, but I do want you to know that I am the neighbor to this property, and I might have insight that you might find useful. Do you have any questions?
No, that's it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. Yes, sir. Angela West. Angela West. Your name's here. You want to talk?
Oh, no, I thought that was the sign-in sheet.
Oh, you have to talk now. No, it's the rules. You're good. That's funny. Okay, it's all good, Angela. All right, presentation of the minutes, November 6, 2018, 10 a.m. Motion Lehman, second Shanebine. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Progress payments.
Motion?
We have a motion by Caton. Second by Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings us down to finance resolutions. Motion Shanebine. Second Casados. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Brings down to personnel changes, A and B. Yes, sir. Yes, we did that one, I promise. But thank you, though. I like someone always checking up on me. I appreciate that, because I do miss sometimes. Now, see, now I lost my place. Where are we at? Personnel changes, and we have a motion. Casados? Second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
We have a no. That brings us down, Madam Secretary, to our final readings.
Ordinance 2018-140, contract with REM Quality Construction LLC for completion of a partially reconstructed existing single-family home at 1208 Mobile Drive, Pasadena, Texas, $72,050. Ordinance 2018-141, contract with RM Quality Construction LLC for completion of a partially reconstructed existing single-family home at 2315 Camille Street, Pasadena, Texas, $72,050. Ordinance 2018-142, agreement with the Bridge Over Troubled Waters to provide rapid rehousing services under the Emergency Solutions Grant, $44,989.42. Ordinance 2018-143, agreement with the Bridge Over Troubled Waters to provide essential services and/or operational services under the Emergency Solutions Grant, $83,057.40. Ordinance 2018-144, agreement with Sarah's House to provide shelter operations and services for homeless women and children under the Community Development Block Grant, $62,604.42. Ordinance 2018-145, commitment between the Community Development Department and the Parks and Recreation Department, Madison Job Senior Center, to provide transportation services to the elderly and/or disabled residents under the Community Development Block Grant, $185,257.98. Ordinance 2018-146, commitment between the Community Development Department and the Public Works Department for a public facilities and improvement project, Wafer Street Paving and Drainage Improvements Project under the Community Development Block Grant, $1,036,674.82. Contract Ordinance number 2018-147, contract with Brooks Contract, Inc. for the 2019 annual sidewalk replacement project, $622,015.80. Ordinance 2018-148, contract with D&W Contractors, Inc. for the 2019 annual drainage and pavement replacement project, $1,134,346.50. Ordinance 2018-149, amending the Code of Ordinances of Chapter 36 Traffic, Article 6 Speed Regulations, Section 36-144 Maximum Limits in School Zones. Ordinance 2018-150, amending the Code of Ordinances of Chapter 36 Traffic, Article 6 Speed Regulations, Section 36-146 Table of Maximum Speed Limits. Ordinance 2018-151, annual contract with NAFCO for the purpose of fire protection bunker gear. Ordinance 2018-152, annual radio service agreement with Motorola Solutions, Inc. for maintenance and repairs to the dispatch center and 4 towers located at 1201 Davis, 114 Davis, 7601 Red Bluff, and mobile radio tower at 3124 Red Bluff, $91,783.14. Ordinance 2018-153, grant agreement with the Texas Department of Public Safety Divisions of Emergency Management for the fiscal year 2018 Emergency Management Performance Grant in the amount of $48,585.21. Ordinance 2018-154, a grant funds of $26,980 from the Houston-Galveston Area Council, and Ordinance 2018-155, annual contract with Merriam Group DBA Economicons for landscape maintenance.
So moved.
Motion by Wheeler, second by Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Madam Secretary brings down the first readings.
Okay. Ordinance 2018-157, purchase of 1 Impel pumper truck and 1 ladder fire truck from Siddons Martin Emergency Group, $1,506,198.
Motion Lehman. Second Casados. Any questions?
Mayor,
Go ahead, sir.
on this item, we're purchasing 2 fire trucks for Station 4. So Station 4 is going to be getting brand-new equipment worth $1.5 million. and that's really going to benefit our citizens as far as their safety and fire protection. And then also, too, we're going to be selling the other 2 fire trucks and actually going to be making some money off of them. So that's a good thing.
Thank you, Councilman. I appreciate it. All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-158, purchase of 2 2019 Ford F-150 crew cabs and 1 2019 Ford Fusion from Salisbury Ford, $83,808.30.
So moved.
Motion Harrison, second Villarreal. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-159, purchase of 4 2019 Chevrolet Silverado crew cabs, 1 2019 Chevrolet Equinox, and 3 2019 Chevrolet Traverse from Lake County Chevrolet, $220,383.96.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Wheeler. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-160, purchase of 21 vehicles to replace vehicles within the police department fleet from Lake County Chevrolet, $955,282.79.
Motion.
Motion Lehman, second Shanebine. Any questions?
Mayor.
Go ahead, sir.
On this one, we're purchasing 21 new police vehicles, and these are going to be replacing aging units that are out there on patrol right now. So these are another example of excellent tools that we're reinvesting back in our community with our citizens' tax dollars to keep our citizens safe. So that's going to be 21 new units replacing 21 existing units that will be going up for auction, so we can get a return on the sale of those as well.
Thank you, Councilman. All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-161, annual contract with Accurate Utility Supply LLC for the purchase of full circle repair clamps.
Motion Casados, second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-162, purchase of ammunition for police training from GD Distributors, Inc., $98,701.97.
So moved by Bass, second Casados. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-163, contract with McKinney Construction, Inc. for the 2019 citywide water line replacement project, CIP W057, for a total appropriation $1,018,374 from the System CIP fund balance account.
Motion Lehman, second Villarreal. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-164, contract with T Construction LLC for the 2019 citywide sanitary sewer rehabilitation project, CIP WW062, for a total appropriation of $1,033,606.88 from the System CIP fund balance account.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine, second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-165, contract with Brooks and Sparks, Inc. for the preliminary evaluation of Red Bluff Road from State Highway 225 to Spencer Highway for a total appropriation $545,000 from the 2018 Certificate of Obligation Fund balance accounts.
Motion Lehman,
Second.
second Shanebine. Any questions?
Mayor.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a contract with Brooks and Sparks for $545,000, and it's coming out of the Certificate of Obligation Fund. I'm not going to be supporting this. Reason being is because I think the $545,000 could be spent on other projects that we currently know need to be done right now. This is just a preliminary study, so they're giving $500,000 to a company to tell us that the road is bad. I think we all know the road is bad. I mean, everybody's driven down Red Bluff, right? It's terrible. So as far as this goes, I mean, $545,000 could be used on drainage. With the last certificate of obligations, there was only $154,000 spent on drainage. That's terrible. That's less than 1% of that money, that $27 million that we had, $20 million, excuse me. And again, I can't support this. I'm not going to. The other thing is it's a conflict of interest. You have one of the employees that works for Brooks and Sparks has a contract with the EDC group. He works for Brooks and Sparks, getting a paycheck from them, and he's also getting a paycheck from the Economic Development Group. That is just wrong. I cannot support this, and again, I just don't know what to say, but this is just completely wrong. So we need to be spending our money better. Matter of fact, we haven't even given our city employees a raise yet. That was supposed to be on the agenda. Hasn't happened yet. So I can't support it. That I pass.
Thanks, sir. This, real quick, sir. on the raise for the employees. No, it's not on this agenda here. No, it's not. It's going to be on here, and it will be starting in January. So stop saying that, that they were getting a 3% COLA. So stop saying that nonsense. Okay, with that, anybody else have any other questions?
It's not nonsense. It's not on there.
It's nonsense,
Yes,
sir.
Mayor.
It's going to be there.
Yes, Mayor, my time.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I just met a friend of mine out there that lives in Taylor Lake Village. He worked for the Harris County Right-of-Way many years ago with me. So happy to see him and happy to see y'all good folks from Taylor Lake Village. But he remembers the old days when the county road log and the Harris County Right-of-Way Department was kept by one individual lady. All the roads that Harris County owned in Harris County. And that's the way the commissioners set their budget, by the amount of roads they maintained. And I was under that understanding until in pre-council. I brought that up. Why are we doing this work, engineering work, on Red Bluff Road? And they said, well, the county turned it over to us between 225 and Spencer. And it's up to us to maintain it. Now, that is definitely wrong. It's a county road. They should maintain it. And I suggest we even defer this because we got a new county commissioner. Maybe he will listen to us. Why waste $500,000 on this contract when the engineering department, Harris County's got all the plans and anything. Anybody needs to look. Go to Harris County Engineering Department. Look at the plans. Look at the right-of-way. You look at the how much right-of-way is in there, the utilities and everything. They need to look. And also, this is an open-ended contract. In the contract, it says any other thing is $545,000, the contract, but it's open-ended. It says anything else the city requires to do out of the scope of their contract. So therefore, they could say they're going to do extra work, this and that. The city requested. It's an unlimited contract, and I don't like open-ended contract, but why waste this money when the new county commissioner could say, well, we'll maintain it. We don't have the money to spend. We had to go up on taxes.
Thank you, sir.
We don't have the money
Any
to
other
spend.
comments? All in favor?
No.
Any opposed?
No.
We got 3 noes. Passes.
Harrison, Casados, and Wynn?
Yes.
Ordinance 2018-166, contract with Terracon Consultancy for the Environmental Assessment 2015 CDBG-DR Sanitary Sewer Rehabilitation Project, CIP WW061 for a total appropriation, for a total of $14,500 from the System CIP Fund Balance account.
Motion Casados.
Second.
Second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-167, purchase of 166 P25 Phase 2 complaint voice radio pagers from BCROM Communications, $100,712.20.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine. Second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-168, purchase of 12 APX 8000 digital portable radios and miscellaneous accessories from Motorola Solutions, $90,000.
Motion.
Motion Lehman.
Second.
Second Harrison. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-169, contract with Infosol Inc. for the on-site technical support services for municipal courts and the courthouse software, $103,200.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine.
Second.
Second Casados. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-170, purchase of 20 laptop computers and docking stations for the police department from Dell Marketing LP, $52,730.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine.
Second.
Second Casados. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Ordinance 2018-171, accepting federal grant FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Program HMPG CFDA number 97.039 to be administered by the Texas Division of Emergency Management, TDEM, that issued a sub-grant award DR 4332 Hurricane Harvey, $15,571,975 to the City of Pasadena Street Drainage and Flood Mitigation Project, Phase 1, benefit the historic districts of A, B, C, D, and E of the city. This grant is 75% federal cost share at $11,678,981.25 and a 25% local cost share cities match at $3,892,993.75, which is to be funded by 1, the $1,500,000 reimbursement received from FEMA on city's cost for deployment of emergency protective measures during Hurricane Harvey, and 2, the property tax revenue at $2,392,993.75 resulted from the newly adopted fiscal year 19 property tax rate of 0.615446 per $100.
We have a motion, Caton.
Second.
Second by Shane Vine. Any questions?
Mayor.
Go ahead, sir.
Mayor. I am excited to see this on here because this is a direct representation of some of the hard decisions that was made to increase our tax rate. And if you can see, we're going to be receiving $11,678,000. And to get that money, we're having to put up basically $3.8 million. So that is a heck of a return on your investment. And this is something that's going to affect these council districts A, B, C, D, and E. So you're looking at $11 million going into these council districts for much needed drainage improvement and infrastructure improvement. So, you know, saying $100,000 for drainage doesn't cut it anymore. The bar's been lifted to $11.8 million. And with that, I pass.
Thanks, sir. Any other comments?
Mayor?
Go ahead, sir.
I want to say I am glad to see that this project's coming. I'm glad the federal government has come in and paying 75% of this to the tune of $11.6 million. I think it's a little misleading to say that we had to pay this with the tax increase. We have $42 million in our fund balance surplus. We also gave the big corporations here in Pasadena a huge tax break. And so to say that, you know, this was being paid for, that we could have paid for it many other ways without raising taxes on citizens. So I do feel it's a little misleading, but nonetheless, I'm happy to see the work coming. With that, I'll pass.
Thank you. Any other comment?
Yes, Mayor, I got one quick comment.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm glad we're getting this money from federal government, but this is not free money. This is your tax dollars coming back to you. Anybody say that, nothing's free. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments?
It's a reinvestment.
I have a couple comments on this. Number one is, this is the first phase. We're going to receive over $105 million. We're going to do 25 miles of roadway. That's roadway and new drainage in historic Pasadena. It is a historic time in Pasadena that we're getting this. We put together a team that was able to sit down with the government and get this. No other city has got this money this fast. The team that we put together really worked. And again, I'm very happy with the team that we put together. And again, this is phase one. It's really remarkable what we're doing here in Pasadena. So with that, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Passes. Ma'am, we'll go down to resolutions.
Okay. Resolution 2018-150, accepting donation of a baseball scorecard valued at $5,234 from Peter Piper Pizza for Westville.
Motion.
Motion Wheeler, second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-151, accepting funding of $500 from Walmart for the purchase of fitness trackers for the recreation center's fitness programs.
Motion Lehman,
Second.
second Shanebine. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-152, accepting in-kind donation of a bike rack valued at $605 from Andrew Huron for the Burke Crenshaw Park.
So moved.
Is that moved by Bass? Second by Harrison. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-153, accepting in-kind donations valued at $600 from the Paramount Senior Centers, Parsons House, Clear Captions, and Signature Select, and monetary donations of $25,000 from Well Care Texan Plus and $200 from Jim Campbell for the Madison Job Senior Center.
Motion.
Motion Caton,
Second.
second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-154, accepting a donation of $11,000 from Tier Memorial Harmon for the Multipurpose Center wheelchair softball and basketball shootout tournaments.
Motion.
Motion Bass, second Wheeler. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to sincerely thank TIR Memorial Harmon. They did an excellent job. And they were here in their presentation, and I was really impressed with their professionalism. They do a great job at the Burn Cox Rehab Center. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-155, accepting donations from various anonymous donors in the combined amount of $5,182.29 for care of animals housed at the animal shelter.
Motion Casados.
How come she didn't read the name?
Get out of here. You make the second. Second by Harrison. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-156, accepting donations of $20 gift cards from Cheddar's Olive Garden valued at $40 from Carolina Turbiades at ABC Dental for the Veterans Information and Appreciation Dinner as a door prize.
Motion Wheeler. Second Lehman. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-157, accepting a donation of a gift card for the subway valued at $20 from Salvador Serrano's Farmers Insurance for the Veterans Information and Appreciation Dinner as a door prize.
Motion.
Motion Casados. Second. Who was that? Bass? Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-158, accepting a donation of 17 trays, 102 cinnamon rolls valued at $287.64 from Whataburger for the Veterans Information and Appreciation Dinner event.
Motion.
Motion Shanebine. Second Casados. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-159, accepting a donation of a gift basket valued at $300 from the Whataburger for the Veterans Information and Appreciation Dinner as a door prize.
Motion as Lehman. Second Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, one question. I want to thank Whataburger for the $300, but I want to bring up something about the veterans real quick. We just had Veterans Day, and there's something I got to complain about disabled veterans. It's 62. And we gave everybody 65 and over on our water bill. I wasn't here on the council then, but a 20% decrease. But while I was on the council years ago, we fought for the seniors. I fought for it for 3 months. We finally got it passed. Seniors 65 and disabled would have their taxes frozen. They would never go up. They'd always remain the same as long as they lived in that house. But on the water and sewer rates and garbage pickup, it's not the same. If a disabled veteran under 65, he doesn't get that 20% discount. And I thought that the veterans and the handicap under 65, they should get that discount on the water and sewer rates and water bill and garbage pickup like they do on their homestead exemption. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-160, accepting a donation of 52 Whataburger sandwich coupons valued at approximately $213.20 from Whataburger for any future event, function, or workshop.
Motion Casados. Second Wheeler. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-161, approving public auction for the sale of abandoned and confiscated vehicles and surplus city vehicles and equipment to be held on the following Saturdays in 2019, January 26, March 23, May 18, July 20, September 21, and November 16, beginning at 9 a.m. at the Fleet Maintenance Facilities at 3124 Red Bluff Road, Pasadena, Texas.
Motion.
Motion, who was that? Shanebine? Second by Bass. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
Resolution 2018-162, acknowledging commitment of local funds for the 2016 floods CDBG DR projects in an amount of $738,714.
And a motion by Caton, second by Lehman. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed?
And Resolution 2018-163, accepting a donation of playground valued at $61,307 from the Travelers Indemnity Company for the Kaboom Playground built on October 6, 2018.
Motion Wheeler, second Villarreal. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Passes. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Happy Thanksgiving, and this meeting's over. God bless.